Hello to one and all on this great and wonderful night. Um, Bit late getting in here, but just getting all set up. So, so we can see the chat and everything. I've got my most of my live drawings cut down to size, and they are now in bags. So okay, gotta check something out on Facebook. So let's see. Let's pop out the chat. Live chat. Okay, I think we're almost ready to start here, folks. At least drawing. Okay, so um, I'll put this down so you guys can see. So, Mom, were you in my room? What did you do with it? Where? Where you going? Oh. Yeah, and it was in my room because I was eating it that way. Oh, hello to whomever. Hey, Adrian, how are you? I am drawing Marco the Phoenix. It's an anime character. Um, it's supposed to be part of my October theme of Halloween type characters or whatever. What I don't know a lot about anime. My subscriber Bob, who really likes anime, came up with the names for me. So he got me the names. I went and looked them up. And it's my anime night to draw. My night to draw anime. So I have no idea. I could probably look it up and find out. Not sure whether I want to know though. Sometimes ignorant is bliss. Yeah. I like some. I liked Robotech in the day, and like Battle of the Planets, and I didn't mind Sailor Moon, Digimon. I didn't watch them on. Well, Digimon I tried to watch a little bit more often. Um, Sailor Moon, a friend was more into it than me, so I don't mind it. But I know there can be some, shall we say, weird stuff in anime. If you want to pop on or whatever and use the two different methods or draw or whatever, it's up to you. Draw if you're up to drawing, whatever you can just draw whatever. I'm not sure you're up to, or just come on and talk or whatever. I don't know. Only thing I ask is what's the language because I know I got kids watching me. Or younger people. Ah, okay, no problem. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I don't have them, but I get it. But I want them. Oh, excuse me. Well, come in. Let her see her. Let her see her. Let her see you live draw it on my stream. Not that you can talk, but like you said, I can put it on you every once in a while. Unless it's ultra top secret project. Kind of. Okay. Wonder what's up with Manny. Oh, we got 4 people here. Hello to everybody who's here. Give me a second. I'm gonna see whether I can get Manny in here. I'm gonna pop him the link. I know it's in our thing, but let's see what. The link's in the group. Yeah, should be like very the bottom. Yeah, there's only like a thumbs up there from William. Okay. Okay, there you go. Hey, Adrian. I think that's you. Okay. Click so people can see you for a while. Or unless you don't want me to click on you. Ah, I know who that is. Yep, I know exactly who that is. Yeah, I know. I see you doing a pretty good job on who you're doing there. Just make sure you don't speed that one along. Hey, hey, Tank. Uh, Bob. That's Adrian. Adrian is in here with me tonight. Again, his does not have his mic working, so he'll just be conversing in the chat, and I'll be switching over to him every once in a while. Yes, Dave? No.
Oh, thought you said mom, Dave, turn it down.
No? You drawing anything up there tonight, Tank? Hey, good dog. Oh, you're getting a few people here. Hey, Manny, I put a link in your Facebook. I messaged you a thing. No problem, Manny. Come on in. Are you feel like drawing some more, Tank? You want to do that on a live stream with us? Ah, that sucks. But for me. Oh, come on, talk and promote yourself. Manny, while you're doing stuff. Don't have to show your screen, just talk. Okay, you're on Twitter, right, Tank? I know you did something there with me earlier. Let's see whether I can find it and follow you. And here, I'm gonna put you as all on Adrian while I'm doing this. That way you don't have to stare at my ugly mug. Okay. Okay, we'll follow you, and we'll go to you. Okay, just DM'd you the tweet, the link on Twitter, Tank. I am doing good, Chad. Okay. How are you doing, Chad? You still in here, Bob? Like I said, man, if you want to come in and promote your Indiegogo or your stuff while you're doing that, you don't have to show your screen or anything. Just talk or whatever if you want. I don't know. It's up to you. Okay, no problem, Bob. Okay. Yes, Venom is tomorrow. I have a ticket to go see it at 6 or 7:30. Let's see. Oh, Adrian was asking, what is Marco the Phoenix from? Which anime? Bob? Oh, he's from One Piece too? Oh. I don't think so. Put on. Let's see here. A ticket for 7:30. My ticket for Venom. There's more trash talk. What do you think this is? Um, you think this is some form of drawn and quartered? There's only one problem. There's two people on here and one can't talk. Ruko for anime will have to be next month, Chad, because One Night Owls next week for anime. The week after is Naruko. Then I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and then Overlord. Can you talk about more trash talk? Where was your trash talk last night, Manny? I think I'm about the closest one that did anything. Maybe James. I mean Booster. According to Chad, they are. I mean Bob, they are. What are you looking for, Dave?
Let's go and fill them up. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
I filled up your jug.
yeah. All right.
Want something?
No. Uh, who's hosting next week? I don't know. What do you care, Manny? You got a place with the big dogs. Well, most likely you got a place with the big dogs. Unless you want to watch us little dogs fight for scraps. Okay, catch you later. Well, like I said, it's not a 100% thing, but like I said, Mike hinted at it. So, um, somebody will have to contact him or whatever. Let him know. See you when you get to the train, Bob. Yeah, I know Mike's out of town. He's at Comic Con, New York Comic Con, but he's still doing stuff. So I'm not sure whether you can contact him on his Twitter. He's supposed to try and be on Aloha Hour with Edwin. Edwin's hosting Aloha Hour this for the next few days. So, and he's going to be trying to pop in. Hope Tank gets here soon. Yeah, I guess that would be suiting. Um, and I don't have my independent for the 27th, so I guess I'll put in Michael Myers. Yeah. Unless I switch the 31st and the 27th, my anime day and my thing just for that once. Ah, there we got Tank.
Hey guys, I'm just working my camera into position.
Yeah, no problem.
How are you guys doing tonight?
I am doing good.
That's always good news. I like good news.
Yes,
We don't
good
get a
news
lot of
is
that today,
yes, good news is always good.
right?
Not
So,
usually bad. Guess it sort of
to,
makes good sense that it's good news then.
how's my camera look on the sketch pad right there?
Looks good.
Alrighty. This is I get sketch pads and I flip the cover around. I take the take the ring off. Just I've made it into a fun game. But yeah, I flip them around and I draw on the front, and I always encourage other people to do the same. Make your sketchbook your own. You can get like the the Scotch Guard type, any kind of like sealant spray,
Okay.
And you spray it on afterwards, and then you have a cover. The artwork doesn't get wrecked, and people think you're extra fancy for it. And it's like, dude, no, I just basically turned it into an extra page in my sketch bag. Aha, I have tricked you to thinking I was cooler than I really was.
Yes. So you're doing what tonight? Something for a comic book or something? I think you were saying.
Yes, yes. I'm going to well later tonight on my work schedule, I'm going to be getting the layouts finished for the first book for 2065 Retribution.
Okay, what's that all about? When's it coming out? Or
That one is, well, it's about Scalpel Zero, a prototype cyber droid, like a cyborg but a robot. Um, and It's been a year since the production model was first released, that she was a prototype for, and she fears becoming obsolete, to be recycled and, shut down, turned off, or even worse, given to a university, a fate worse than death. Um, so she's been illegally getting herself modded up. And the oversight committee's like, well, she is a prototype. Let's see what she does in the field. Wow, this is very interesting. See what else she does in the field. And besides, they've been using her to test new technologies before they put them into people.
ah,
Her uh, genetics are similar to, yet legally distinct from, human DNA.
so she's become sort of a bio robot.
Yeah, in Bubblegum Crisis, they called them bioroids. Um, the trope, I think the classic trope is cyber droid. Like they're a cyborg android.
Uh-huh, sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have some fun. We have hybrid organic processors, a
Sounds like
MacGuffin.
a futuristic bio version, almost Johnny Five from Short Circuit, or
Um,
is that too simplistic?
well, Johnny Five was granted like true intelligence. And that is kind of something that we do touch upon. Like she's what we refer to as a poppy. She's a personalized artificial pseudo intelligence. She's not a true intelligence. Like Watson, Deep Blue, they're pseudo intelligences. They're
Okay.
not really. After the first AI went online in 2053 and promptly took over the world markets, and it was shut down within hours. Um, by shut down, I mean burned to the ground. uh, a true artificial intelligence is illegal to develop.
Okay.
So we just get rid of that horrible doomsday scenario right off the bat for this universe. It's an alternate universe, just like everybody's, story worlds are. We have fun with that. This is a world where, in 1991, uh, on the verge of Russia becoming a country, the Gang of eight communist hardliners attempted a bloodless coup. Um, and the key factors at Alpha Team, their Delta Force, the Russian Delta Force, failed to nab um, Yeltsin, Boris Yeltsin, at the Summer Palace before he could get to Moscow.
Ah, okay.
And if, yeah,
Sorry to interrupt you.
oh, yeah, go ahead,
Adrian,
man.
Adrian's asking, is this a cyberpunk type book?
Yes, yes, it is. It's a cyberpunk book that's not in a total, like a disgusting dystopia. It's more along the lines of like an alternate future, but it's very, yes, it is cyberpunk. We get little guys versus the machines, and I don't mean machines literally. I also mean those that are metaphorical.
And Chad is asking, I guess it's a robot chicken thing. Can you have sex with it?
Yes, the scalpel comes in the Agent, Companion, and Explorer series.
What else we got here? Chad also said nice sketchbook.
Oh, thank you
Uh,
much.
Manny Good Dog Press said reprogrammed to be a liberal. I'm not sure whether he's talking about yours or something else.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm a politically I'm my own creature. I'm
Yeah.
neither right, left, nor center. I'm just wrong. Because no matter who I talk to, I'm wrong. I just
Yes.
want us all to get along and do better as a society, and sometimes I'm a bad guy for that.
Aren't we all?
It's like, well, if you can't accept them, tolerate them. Move on. Next subject. We have pressing matters here. There are people
Yes,
starving.
more important matters to deal with.
Yeah, our prisons are overpopulated. Um, there's a bunch of really bad politicians everywhere.
Bob wasn't here for your story. He was on his way to his
Okay.
train for school. He's in Italy, so he would like to hear your story again.
Oh yeah, sure, sure.
That's the
Let
problem with
me.
these things. New people coming in, you got to repeat yourself 50 billion times.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, that's something I need to get used to. And I'm kind of secluded where I am. I'll get right to that. 2065 Retribution is a story about Scalpel Zero, a prototype cyber droid, trying to stay technologically relevant a year after the production models have been released. Even though she's frequently used to test new technologies, she's developed an appetite for power. She wants to stay relevant. She wants to stay number one, um, and she'll do anything to do it. And yeah, and there are forces that would use this rogue cyber droid to their own ends. Kind of
Uh,
revolutionary forces, evil bad guys like real bad guys, and of course the corporations that own her.
yeah. Sounds like another thing that what cartoon? Well, sounds like a mix of a bunch of stuff, obviously, and that's what we all do, mix stuff together, and there's no problem with that.
Oh
What
yeah, no, guilty by association is good as long as it's accidental.
well, it was part of the Batman Beyond universe cartoon. I got I got like the first season of it. Something. Why can't I think of the name? He was. It's a robot that somehow he was supposed to be an assassin, and he doesn't want to be an assassin anymore, or whatever.
Oh, that we have one of those. One of the Agent series, number 17. She wants to be a pop princess.
But it's not like this, and
It's
he's
not
on the
good when
run.
AI starts developing personality, by the way.
Yeah. It was. He's on the run with some teenager who's helping him out learn humanity or whatever.
Okay.
Why can't I think of the name? Can she
Anyway, yeah.
transform? Chad's wondering, can transform into a vehicle?
No.
No, Chad. I'm not sure
No.
whether you probably can't have the chat up with your because you're probably off your phone, right?
Oh yeah, I actually was semi-intelligent and set up another device, and I say semi-intelligent because I haven't been paying attention to it.
No problem.
There we go.
I've got three devices in front of me. I've got one for my reference. I've got my laptop, which has got this all going. Does my camera and does the YouTube thing, and then I got another device with the chat and all that up, and seeing what the chat can see. I'm gonna put over to what's his name for Adrian for a few secs. He's silent,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
nobody can see what he's doing unless because he can't talk. And Bob says, "Thanks for the interesting. Thanks for the retelling."
Oh, you're very welcome.
Bob, I think, is drawing Speedy there from the Teen Titans. Uh, um, Green Arrow's original sidekick.
I'm liking it. It's looking good.
He might be drawing more than that, but I haven't seen more. I'm drawing him. And this is for a top secret project that we're not going to say more about. Somebody's got him on it. Although you could probably look up on my channel a little bit and find out if you were so inclined, but because he mentioned who it was for, he didn't say what it was for about exactly. I'm doing this flame all wrong. Well, I'm not used to doing flames quite like this. Hey Rick, the drawing from his is the number. Okay, he's referring to the line. Hey Rick, the drawing from his chest, he is the number of the crew imperator that died. So the tattoo is from when he was in the crew. Okay, I have no idea what that means. As you know, Bob, I don't follow a lot of anime. And you told me he's from One Piece. So again, it's you gave me a name. I went and found it. I'm drawing it the best of my ability. I know that's bad. Well, it's not bad drawing it the best of my ability, but not caring much about the character beyond that much. Yeah, so I try and do a live drawing like this every night. Tomorrow I'm doing Venom after
Nice.
after I go see it.
Oh, cool.
I just figured that would be, like I drew Predator, started drawing Predator after I went to see Predator.
Oh, I love Predator. I haven't seen the new one. How was it?
I liked it. It's definitely set up for a sequel.
Was it fun?
Yeah,
Cool.
there's to me a little bit of an 18 feel to it.
I kind of picked that up
Trailer.
from the trailer that this might be a different kind of Predator movie. We might actually follow some of these characters should they survive, which is something us the fans have wanted since the first movie. We wanted in the sequel, we wanted to see Dutch again. But we love Danny Glover, so we're like, okay, cool. So in the next Predators movie, you got to bring back Danny Glover. No, 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 no. We're gonna have new people. Please.
Yeah. There's been 3 or 4 Predator, or does this make 5?
Let's see here.
There's
We have two
Predator,
AVP.
Predator 2, Predators. I think
This
this is
is
4, but unless you include Predator versus Alien.
Yeah. If you want to include, well, since Ridley Scott said the AVP stuff doesn't belong in his canon, I guess we're gonna keep it at the Predator canon then. I mean, he did come out and say Predator's not a part of my canon. And that's fair enough. He did create it. Just like when Lucas made his Passion project. We know it as the prequels. It was terrible, but at least he waited till he was rich and famous to make his passion project.
Yeah, for sure.
I did it my way.
Oh, I'm gonna take it off, Adrian. I've had it on for a while. Sorry about that, people.
Oh, you're good.
Well, they like to see more than just one person, so. And then what? Yeah, I've got a whole October thing set up. Mainly, it's supposed to be, scary type stuff, or well, not all scary, but heroes and villains. I'm doing Spawn on Saturday, first time ever doing Spawn, and then I'm doing Will Smith on Friday night. I'm doing Will Smith from MIB.
Oh, nice.
Or gonna try, anyways.
Well, when you're drawing an established face, like when you're trying to capture like a cartoon portrait of somebody, it's a real good chance to work on your basics of face structure
Yeah,
because most people have the basic same face structure, just slight deviations
yeah.
off of a standard.
I'd say AVP comics are very good, and Disney makes George Lucas's prequels look like a masterpiece.
Yeah, no, it's like they look good, and then you take the mute off, and it's terrible.
Well, he's just saying with the Last Jedi and Force Awakens, they
Oh, I
make them
agree.
look a lot better.
Oh, the I
Solo,
love the integration of the live action effects with the stormtroopers in the new movies. I mean, that was just beautiful. All the explosions and people dying, and the special effects are great. I got to hand it once again. The special effects department knocks it out of the park, and the editors slept through the whole movie process. They woke up and said, "Oh, hey, I got a paycheck. Wow, how long was I asleep? 2 years, you say?"
and then they go put Kathleen Kennedy back in charge.
That that's it. I don't like to call it out because I like to play cool. I like to be like Fonzie and just be cool. But that just reeks of pandering.
Yeah,
Um, and I'm sure that when it was announced that Kathleen Kennedy might not be continuing on Star Wars, I think the toxic feminists, and I want to make a distinction here. Not all feminists are toxic. Some of
yeah.
them have legit points. These
It's
toxic
third
ones,
wave feminism. That's the toxicity, in my
yeah,
opinion.
it's those extremists. They're extremists, man. All these folks that are vitriol on the internet are just they're so extreme. Extreme.
Yeah, extreme of anything is bad.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you might want to reevaluate your position.
The face on this is not good. I don't know the character well enough, so sorry, Chad. I got my other stuff better, but not Chad. Bob. 3 years of Catherine. Yeah, they should just ruin it more, and we'll have no Star Wars ever again.
Right.
Or what you gonna? There's only one project on the table at the moment, as far as I know, and that's Episode 9.
Yeah, and they should probably leave it to that.
Yeah, till after they find out what happens with it, and then who knows? Okay, I am officially saying this one sucks, but I'll get it to look a little better. Let's just look at Tron. What about Tron? I think he's saying the new Tron sucks. Tron Legacy or whatever it was called. I didn't
I liked
mind.
the Neutron.
You
Then
liked it?
again, oh, I did. I did.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yes.
I thought it was the same thing that the original Tron was, a showing off of the electronic art of the day. It's a Disney showcase, so I never took it seriously. It was like
No.
Disney going, "Hey, look how pretty our computer graphics and computer music is," and people forget that as cool as Tron is, man, that was high tech. That was like, I was there for that. I was a little kid, and I was like, dude, this
Yeah,
movie is
same.
so awesome.
Yeah, I was there for that too, Tron. I was out uh, live, and I don't know. I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7, maybe a little older when it came out.
Yeah, that came out what, 82? No, or
So,
1980. I
I'm not
forget.
sure exactly.
Somewhere in there.
Well, I'm like
I remember.
45. I'm 45, so
Oh yeah, no, I remember we had it on Betamax.
yeah. I had a pop up for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, they don't want to bother with Tron 3, Disney. Yeah, yeah, little Chad saying.
Well, they're not going to talk about it. I expect Tron 3 is going to come out in the year 2040. They're just going to wait another 30 years and show off the latest technology. Because the original Tron was universally panned when it came out too. People thought it was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
So time is really the only thing that can
Yeah, for its
tell.
time, Tron was an excellent movie. My ever up song. Chad saying it didn't sell enough toys for Disney.
Yeah,
Tron Legacy.
yeah. The toys were bad. The toys were terrible, and the video game was awful. Whereas the original Tron, the video game was state of the art. Hello, neighbor's dog. I'm gonna shut him.
Yeah, so Tron. I didn't mind the video game. I got it. Well, I'm not sure whether it was Legacy or not, but I think so. So next week's Drawn and Quartered is probably going to be another DC character. I'm guessing probably a male character. And then after that, they're gonna try and get away. I heard they're gonna try and get away from the big two. What that means, who knows?
That would be fantastic. What they should, I mean, it's good to draw on people, but what they should be doing is drawing each other's intellectual properties.
Yeah,
Um, and that's one of the things I love about fan art. That's why whenever somebody does any fan art for me, I am insanely grateful because I'm like, dude, that's the best form of advertising I can get.
yeah. Oh heck,
That is so awesome.
Manny did a real great piece for me, and I showcased it almost right away on the next live show I had. I showcased it, and he was flabbergasted that I did that. And I'm like, I critiqued it a little, not meaning to really critique it. It's just, this is great. I love it. And fan art isn't always exact. You know that, and you love it for that. So, but I wasn't sure why it wasn't, the way, and I care, but I probably didn't really care. I just thought, I was just telling the audience who was ever looking at it, who hadn't seen my characters what the difference was between what he did and what the reality of what my characters look like or whatever.
Right. No, I had a fan who they colored in one of my sketches. I did a sketch for Inktober,
Ah,
and it was and my Inktober, I play by hardcore rules. No pencil, no fear. Just ink all the time. I don't recommend that for other people if you actually want to make a good picture.
yeah.
But
I've never. Is this the first time you've done Inktober? I haven't. This is the first time I heard about it this year.
uh, last year I didn't do it because I got sick during October, and so I couldn't get any work done really. The year before I did do it though,
Yeah.
and
I've
that
never.
one I used. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just. I might be good enough next year to do Inktober.
Well, it's fun. It's you can challenge yourself. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It doesn't necessarily come out as good as the other artwork, and it gets you to get into the shapes better. Get your blocking. It really does help clean up your blocking skill.
Uh, um, Adrian saying he's did 3 years of Inktober, and he's
Yes,
behind
that is
this year.
awesome.
He's saying he's behind this year, and as for who they're going to have to vote on for next week for the male superheroes, and that's just a guess that it's going to be male superheroes because it was all female this week. That's the only reason I'm guessing all male. I have no idea. That'll probably come out Tuesday, maybe on the Aloha. Sorry, Monday on the Aloha Hour would be my best guess, just like it did for this week. Yeah, so anytime you wanna, I'm not sure whether you're, well, I got your Twitter, but anytime you wanna hop on, just get in the chat and say, "Hey, Rick, can I come on?" with my
Sounds good,
lives.
man. Thank you. It's fun. I haven't had people to hang out and draw with for a long time. Isn't the
Yeah.
future grand?
Yes.
So where's my flying car?
Stuck back in 2015. Alternate
Oh, darn
universe.
it. I really wanted that Chrysler from like the 1956 show.
Yeah.
That thing was boss.
Oh, Bob just subscribed to you. He said
Oh,
he's your
sweet.
first. He said he's your first subscriber.
Yes. Bob, you're awesome. What should I'm going to be doing a live stream as soon as I can get the verification done. They say 24 hours, but I don't believe anything I read on the internet.
I was able to do it within 24 hours. I think
Okay, that's cool.
I've got two channels, and I went for it as soon as I realized. Oh, I could click this, and I could do live stream. Wow.
Well, yeah, I want to do the I want to do my Inktober day 4. I wanted to do day 3 live, but if you'll put it on over to me, I'll show the folks here my Inktober sketches.
Oh, you did. You've got a channel. You never sent me the link for that yet, so I can put it in.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I need to get into that. My kids have been teaching me about that.
Well, just go. I guess. What's your channel here?
I think it's just Tank Ferret.
Tank Ferret.
Yep, it's just me. It's Tank Ferret. Me, pure and simple.
Yeah, it's probably your name. So I'll put it in the description of from last night's John and Quartered. I'm not sure how many people get it with it's been watched now or whatever. You know, mainly watch whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I've gotten a few extra watches. Okay. Sure. Uh, okay, we're gonna put over to Manny. Not Manny,
All right.
sorry.
Yes.
Adrian. Okay. Ah, nice cyber frog.
Oh, that is so cool.
You are up and ready to show there, Adrian. Maybe zoom in a bit. There, yeah. No problem. Adrian, well, you can probably read it, but is explosion hand drawn? Bob's wanting to know. Bob will be your best friend, and he'll grow you like no tomorrow on everything in your character. It's awesome. So expect it when you do a live stream and Bob pops up to be grilled.
That's fine.
And he'll ask you
When
questions you probably won't never have thought to ask yourself about your characters.
That's fine. I like that because that's that a challenge accepted because I've spent 15 years developing this. So any one of the characters in it, even some of the characters that will even have one line, could probably have at least a single issue comic all about them and something interesting happening in their life. Something worth reading about.
Oh, nice Miss Marvel. Yeah, here, I'll take off you, Adrian. There. That we can change whatever you're saying about there. Don't want you to dox yourself. Not that anybody here would do anything to you,
No,
but you never know about idiots that come along and see the video. So just type when you're ready in the chat for whatever. Me to put you back up. Okay. I gotta find my cursor. There we go. Okay, it's back on you. Well, it doesn't really look like him in the face, but the body it looks like him. I think. I didn't put his jacket on, but does he always have the jacket? Yeah. I miss putting the jacket on him. He kept him bare chested. I didn't get his hair good. Oh well. Okay, Adrian, why don't you draw on your channel? Yeah. Why does he draw on his channel? He doesn't want to get grilled by you. Oh, one sec. He didn't know that you do that till I'm telling everybody. Just teasing, always, Bob. Like I said, I like the fact that you grow me. You make me think about my characters more. Although I've got characters that they're not going to be in my comics for a year and a half, over a year and a half, and I haven't developed them yet. I got the name, I got the look, and that's about it. I'm focused on my first year and a half. You are a good guy, Bob. Okay, we'll catch you later, Chad.
Take it easy. Have a good night.
It's not that they're not done properly, they're just not done. Then, of course, it's the fact that these characters evolve, for lack of a better term, evolve over time, you know? Superman, everything about him wasn't written in a day. It was written over 85 years.
Well, you show me a comic book character that isn't different at the end of the story from the beginning, and I will show you a poorly written comic. It's the hero's journey is very big. It's a very powerful storytelling device. You can sneak it in. Um, it's crazy. I'm a big fan of Dan Harmon and his use of the hero's journey. He's very sneaky. In Rick and Morty, all of Rick's sucks experience the hero's journey throughout each episode, and then Rick has his hero's journey takes place throughout the whole season. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's clever storytelling device there.
Yes, lots of my characters have holes in them. They'll get fixed once things start going and I get to use them more.
Absolutely.
Then again, I need lots of artists and I need lots of pencilers and all that, and I can't afford none of them.
I understand that. I was securing a colorist for 2065 today, and I'm building a for-profit share business here. I'm not just launching a comic. I have other stuff coming out. I have a writer who's and an artist who are working on a picture story coloring book. So like a page of text and like a coloring page. and it's a fantasy one. It's going to be lots of fun, but I need money. I have to pay for this stuff in order to launch it. And
Well, if you can
but
build
there's
yourself up an sorry for interrupting.
oh, you're
Um,
gravy.
um, a few weeks back, I'm not sure how long you've been listening to Mike and all that, but actually, it's more than a few weeks. It was probably a month or two ago now. Um, Mike was doing some research for stuff like this, and he says probably the best time to launch something is after you've got like about 1,000 subscribers on your channel. That way, you've built up a fan base,
Yeah,
and that way, you can tell you know, any artist or whatever that you got, pencilers, colorists, whatever, you know, they don't have to do their job till they start seeing money pour into your Indiegogo.
right. Oh, it's true. Well, I want to have I've got to have a decent amount of sample stuff together too, because I also have to know that this, even though I've seen their portfolio and whatnot. See, when I got out of comics in 90, when I got out of like doing like comic book type stuff in like 97, I didn't drop off the art scene. I just changed flavors.
Yeah.
I went into commercial art, and then I went to college. I majored in physical sciences, minor in messing it all up. So I joined the army 2000, got out in 2005, and went after a brief stint as a corporate headhunter, um, which was a despicable job, by the way. I just couldn't do that. It's horrible. You steal employees from other companies.
Yeah.
Summarize the job. You steal employees from other companies. I have an ethical problem with that. So I stopped doing that. I went into Hollywood and just started working with indie companies and companies that get subcontracted to do stuff for big time people. I've done work for T.I., the rapper, for Netflix, all sorts of stuff. Um, and it's like, yeah, I was in the trenches, and I cut my teeth there, and I got into marketing while I was there too. And what's
Yeah.
really sad is that I don't really apply it very well to myself. I can get somebody's campaign spruced up, but I have to hire an editor.
Yeah. Okay. Bob, you said, okay, you're my guy, my favorite cartoon. Who's your favorite cartoon? You have friends, Rick. Ask them. Ask my friends, Rick, or ask my friends what? And
Like, what's my favorite card? What's your favorite cartoon?
yeah, I just trying.
Oh, into Japan. I'm way into Japanese artwork.
Yeah, guys, I see that all of you are amazing.
Why, thank you though.
Japanese drug.
I I actually am very interested. I love Japanese artwork, especially during the Tokugawa era. Um, it's where it's kind of like it's kind of interesting. It's dystopian art because Tokugawa era Japan is like so dystopian. It makes Soviet Russia look really friendly.
Uh, um, okay, wait. Oh no, he was saying that. Uh, oh, I think he's saying Japanese stuff is his favorite cartoon. He like Bob's really into anime, and
Oh,
that's.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I had nothing to say. I lost it.
Okay. One I'm probably not in. I grew up here in America or Canada, so I didn't see a lot of it. I seen like Robotech and Battle of the Planets. We started really getting anime when I was like in my mid to late 20s, maybe early 30s, and already and it's good stuff. It's really drawn. I don't take anything away from it, but because I've already got focused in certain areas. I didn't get into anime or manga, but I like the genre for sure. From what I've seen, that would be probably the best reason I could say I'm not into it hardcore. Oh, Sailor Moon. Adrian's got it up there. So, okay, what can I do for color for here? I know what I'll do. Color that I haven't done. Okay. Well, I think I haven't done. I try and do one color to highlight if I can find something. Okay, we're good. Take off. See what you. I'm gonna put on tank there. Oh, you want to bring that a bit closer so people can see?
Yeah, how's that?
A
That better?
little closer. Then again, it might be my angle. I've got my.
No, you're good.
Cool. Well, no, I mean my angle, but I got to bend my neck. The top of my laptop's bent, so I'm not seeing it straight on. So there might be glare. So they might be able to see better, which they can than me because I'm looking at the
Thanks,
main.
Adrian. Yeah, this is Kilo, uh, a character. He's an information broker.
Oh, cool. Information brokers are always cool.
Yes, he's an information broker. If you need information, he probably has it, but you're gonna have to pay for it.
Sort of like the calculator.
Yes, yes, the calculator is very much one of those information broker. Calculator's a cyberpunk character, is what he is. He really is. He's a character straight out of a William Gibson novel.
Well, actually, I think they came up with calculator because of what's her name, Oracle. They wanted to
Yeah,
create the bad version of her. And they took one of their old characters who was pathetic and made him way better. About saying he sucks at drawing faces. Some of my characters don't have a head. Yeah, I got some of those too. I got characters that, well, maybe not characters, but drawings that don't have lots of things. Arms. What else have I drawn? Feet, legs, hands. Draw them and don't feel like drawing their feet. Love William Gibson. That was Adrian. Not sure
yeah.
what.
Neuromancer's a good one. I haven't read any Gibson since I was a kid, though. I'm sadly out of touch. Um,
I've never even heard the name.
he's the guy who made the phrase cyberpunk
Oh,
part of
okay.
the vernacular. He's not the guy who invented the word. The guy who invented the word cyberpunk, actually comes from an essay that was published on a BBS entitled Cyberpunk. And it was a little short story about some hacker in a dystopian future. It's like on one of the OG boards. Well, you'll have to
Okay.
excuse me for a moment. I have a call coming in on another line.
Yeah, no problem. So everybody enjoying tonight's or this morning's whatever. What you call it? Stream. So there is. We put blue in for. I think that's supposed to be blue, so we put blue in for his hash. We got five. So, for those that didn't see earlier, um, I've now cut most of my original arts down to size, and they're in bags, so they're ready to go when anybody wants to purchase them. 25 bucks. I do have PayPal. And that's 25 bucks Canadian.
So that's like $50 US these days. Oh, I just burned myself.
Actually, no, it's more like 20 bucks US.
Isn't it? I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, the Canadian dollar was much weaker than the US, and nowadays, and people think it's the US
You mean
failing. It's
stronger?
actually, really?
No,
Was the
because
Canadian dollar?
Canadian dollar is weaker because it takes like
Yeah.
$1 and like 30 cents Canadian to get one American dollar.
Oh yeah, that's real close though. When you're talking international currency, that's
Yeah.
real close. They're basically worth the same amount of money at that point.
Yeah, but when you start talking $50, $40, it starts to add up or more. That 30 cents, per dollar.
Oh yes. Oh yes, I would love to see that.
Okay, let's see. So how old are you guys? How many years have you been dedicated to your drawing?
I am
Do
40
you
years
have?
old, and I have been doing this seriously since I was 12 years old.
I'm 45 and I'm probably around 15. I can't narrow down the exact age where I started coming up with my whole universe and wanted to do it. I never really had dream. Yeah, I sort of thought about DC and Marvel working for them, but I had more dreams of doing my own universe. It's always been whatever I was calling it at the time.
Right. Well, when I was young, um, I mean, Julius Schwartz was the guy. He was the editor over at DC Comics. He's the father of Superman, the guy who saved comic books from science fiction in the 1950s. And so the guy was like a mentor to me. I mean, he's more than that. He was like family, and he always tried to guide me right and whatnot. And like Bob, challenged me heavily when it came to my creations. But when I told him one day, uh, after I didn't know that Uncles Gil and Uncles Murphy were Gil Kane and Murphy Anderson of DC Comics. I've known them for years. I had no idea they were comic book artists of legend. And when I finally got to, see them in this capacity, get my portfolio reviewed, I was like,
Okay.
and I got to hang out with Norm Brayfogle for the day. He had just
Okay.
finished Shadow of the Bat. Hmm?
Um, Adrian's got to go, and he wanted to show
Oh,
you his mock
yes, I totally want to see it.
mock cover of Neuromancer.
Oh, dude, that's dope. I really like that.
Yeah,
Some clean design right there, too.
I am pretty much an only child too. I have a friend who's like a brother to me and like a son to my mom. My mom and dad have been divorced since I was young, so to my dad, he's just one of my friends. This guy, unfortunately, he's disappeared out of my life at the moment because he got himself in
Yeah.
some stupid stuff and well, didn't want to face
Mm.
the music. Just more financial, but I don't want to go into it more than that.
Good times, Adrian. Dude, Adrian, that Neuromancer cover is pro, man. I would publish that.
Yes, it looks great, Adrian. Oh, it's 7 a.m. here. Okay, see you, Bob. Have a great day at
See you,
school.
Bob.
Bob is in Italy. He's 15 and he has school 6 days a week.
Oh, outstanding. Well, if he's got an objective mind at age 15, he's on a good path.
Yeah, I mentioned that only child thing because Bob said he was an only child in the comics in the chat.
Right.
So I just wanted to
Oh yeah, no worries.
sort of
Yeah,
comment on it. I just wanted you to know it wasn't an out of the blue thing. It's like, why
oh
is he
yeah.
telling
No,
me
I
this?
saw that. I was just rambling.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem.
the point of my story was when I told Julie that I wanted to work at DC because I loved all the artists and the writers that I got to meet and all that cool stuff. And this is for some of these guys. This was like the second year in a row that I was meeting them and all this cool stuff. And he goes, "Oh no, you don't. No, you don't. This is the guy who is like." This is the flagship of DC. This guy's the admiral of DC. This guy's the Commodore. He's the guy who controls the fleets at DC Comics. At the time, he's this guy's highest authority in all of comics. Jim Shooter and Tom DeFalco shut up when Julius Schwartz was talking. Um, and he just goes, "No, you don't want to work at DC."
Oh,
And I
wow.
was like, "What about Marvel?" He goes, "It's even worse over there." He goes, "What you want to do is, you want to go talk to these guys." So I don't remember the guy's name. The person uh, passed away recently. The artist for Judge Dredd.
Okay.
So he took me over to meet with him. Uh, took me around, introduced me to some guys. Norm Brayfogle took me around, introduced me guys over at Malibu. I got to hang out with like Derek Robinson, who's doing Nightman at the time.
Oh, I remember Nightman. I got a couple of those issues.
I loved the comic. I hated the TV show. I mean, I watched the
Oh,
TV
yeah.
show only
I did not.
because I knew the guy who did it.
Yeah, I did not like that TV show. I don't think it did it good justice.
No, it didn't, and he was embarrassed by it. Um, so I started. I learned from Julius Schwartz how to schmooze in comics, how to open doors, just how to communicate with people, hang out on a professional level.
Yeah,
Something that really is missing in comics these days. There's even from guys that we love, there's a lot of stuff that comes out that's just like, "Ooh, dude, you shouldn't say that. That's not professional.
yeah,
You got to watch yourself on the internet."
yep. Like a certain somebody who's getting sued right now by another.
Yeah. Oh, this definitely pertains to the Richard C. Meyer suing Mark Waid for tortious interference, and that's a heavy duty charge.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's was the guy's Ricotta Law. I think that's the name of the channel.
Yeah.
He talked on it, and he points out that that's been common law. That's been common law for a long time. The first official case on record is in like 1612.
Yeah.
So
And the
this
thing
isn't
is, it's
new.
so easy. It's so easy to prove that he said it. It's like public record.
Yeah, and it keeps getting more public.
Yeah.
And these guys, I tried to say, guys, it's okay if you want to stand with Mark White. I understand you can stand with a friend. That's cool. That's good. Loyalty's good. But I wouldn't be running your mouths
Yeah.
because you're hurting him by digging up all this new stuff. And now Kickstarter's been exposed for gatekeeping. And
Yeah.
I apologize to all of my friends who are using Kickstarter, but I will not support Kickstarter. I vote with my money.
I tried a Kickstarter a few months back, and maybe that's why I didn't get anywhere. I got like $60. I was trying like for $3,000 to print up some, comics, promotional material, or maybe it was a bit more than that, and get down to a Comic Con that I had, got a table at. I wasn't.
I'm
Thought I
sorry
was gonna. Thought I was gonna be able to do all this, but money dried up, and
I dig. Hold on one second here. We got
yeah.
Bob in the
Oh,
chat. My inspiration comes from Japanese stuff. I'm from many cultures. I speak like 4 languages. Keeps timing out on me here.
yeah.
To be honest, we don't have as many comics as Japanese manga. And that's true. Japanese manga is very prevalent. I love Japanese manga. I love Chinese comics as well. Tony Wong, ooh, Kung Fu comics. Blood Sword Dynasty, Drunken Fist. Was it Fist of Legend? Um, uh, and what is it? Iron Tiger and something or other. Oh, it was they. He does just like these fantastic kung fu comics, and
Yeah.
but comics are totally different process than manga. Manga, they're actually drawing on a sketch pad on a book on a pad that's actually not much bigger than what I'm using right now. Um, and so that actually allows for an expedition process.
Yeah. What was I thinking about from? Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, Bob is in. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing. He'll probably share. He's in Italy. He's of Russian descent. Never lived in Russia.
Well, he's in the right country if he's looking for underground comics. Italy is where some of the craziest, coolest stuff. You got Milo Manara out of there. The guy draws for Penthouse Comics. That's why when he got to do the Spider Woman cover, I just face palmed and said, "Oh no, they did not." I'm like, this is going to be so overly sexualized, and in this market, people are going to get angry.
Yeah.
Rule number one of marketing: know your audience. Falls into that whole uh, art of war. Know yourself, know your enemy, know yourself, know others, know yourself. If you know yourself but you don't know others, you win some and lose some. Marvel doesn't know themselves or their enemy.
Yeah.
DC knows themselves, but they don't know their enemy. And so you see some DC titles come out like, oh, hey, this is actually good. Oh, this is garbage. But Marvel comes out consistently just garbage. It's like, dude, are the editors asleep? Can we
No,
wake them up?
they're just all trying to promote an agenda that nobody wants. Is that
Yeah, they're on Facebook and they're on Twitter and they're on social media not doing their job. And from what my research tells me that these guys have been they come into the office late and they leave early. And I'm like, that's not how you lead from the front, man.
Yeah. You know Edwin. He did some research a while back, and like practically all the editors and all the writers at Marvel are like leftist liberals and all that.
Yeah,
So they're trying to promote an agenda hard. So I'm just
yeah.
going by what I've heard. So they don't end up caring about the bottom line. They don't care about money, from what I've heard. You know.
No, no, there's social justice warriors of the worst order. See, there's two orders of social justice warrior. There's the fast ones and the slow ones. Now, these are acronyms. So, fast meaning fighting against systems of tyranny, which we can all get behind.
Yeah.
And then we've got slow, sycophantic leftist oligarchic whips, touting a party line that nobody really wants to hear. They just live in echo boxes, these echo chambers. And it happens. You see the people on the right that live in echo chambers. I have friends of mine that are wonderful people, but they live in these vitriol echo chambers. And I have friends that are in the camp that's aligned with Mark Wade. And I feel, I can actually honestly say that I have a little bit of empathy for anyone who fears revealing what they truly are. And I am Comicsgate because I stand for quality comics
Yeah.
and um, fulfilling what my fans and customers what they want.
Yeah. For
Um,
sure. Bob saying he grew up with Nickelodeon and other cartoon dead channels, just like Jetix. Not many American heroes. Yeah, they did. They don't have many American superhero stuff on their American stuff on those channels, and the stuff they most of the. I'm not sure. Trying to think what was on those channels. I didn't. What I never watched most of them because, well, I don't. I didn't have cable to watch them, and they were in the states, not Canada. Most of them. So, I liked what Dexter's Laboratory. That was pretty good. Or Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo was awesome. That was so not a kid's show.
Yeah.
Oh
Hang,
yeah.
hang on. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I've seen a couple. After I seen the movie on, I think it was Netflix or whatever, downloaded after it was in the theaters here, the Last Airbender one. I wanted to
Ooh.
download the whole stuff and watch it. Did make me want to watch that Magnus series or anime series. Sorry.
Yeah, the movie was terrible. The animated series was phenomenal storytelling.
uh, well,
Wonderful character development.
to somebody who's never seen the animated series, the one I thought the movie was great, but
Yeah, the movie I felt lacked they changed they took away the depth for a lot of the characters, and I was very disappointed in that because there were these characters that were human. They weren't these one-dimensional or two-dimensional stereotypes, but unfortunately, that's how Hollywood thinks. They think we want stereotypes. Um, I have friends that work in upper management over at Warner Brothers, and the stories I hear about the shenanigans over there, it's no wonder the DC Cinematic Universe is in big trouble.
yeah,
Like, I kid you not, an actual quote from they were gonna do this original thing, and it was like it was a science fiction project that it was being pitched to Warner Brothers, and one of the execs actually said, "Can we have R2D2?" And the person responded, no, R2D2 Star Wars. This is another thing altogether. Yeah, but I want R2D2. I really like R2D2. Kids like R2D2. And it became like this horrible mockery of human existence.
Some people are just retarded. Know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like something you expect to find in a sitcom. But no, this happened in real life, and they were serious. They wanted R2D2.
It's like, know your properties. You know, well, heck, just one of the first things I heard when they were starting to do their cinematic universe with, I think it was Man of Steel, and that was about having the darker tone, not none of the comedy or whatever like Marvel. Like that's
Yeah,
just the stupidest idea ever.
Man of Steel was, yeah. I have you seen the remastered version? I mean, granted, you have to pirate that, which is
No,
illegal, so I don't recommend it. But it's
I have not
beautiful.
seen. I haven't seen the remastered version.
It's gorgeous. Somebody took all the desaturation out and made it into a real Superman, and that's all they did was they added color, and it was the movie's completely different.
I'll have to maybe try and find that at some point, or
Yeah.
somehow acquire a copy not illegally.
Yes. And use a VPN to assure against cybersecurity stuff. I don't know. Make sure hackers
Bob,
don't dox you. Yes, that's the reason.
yeah,
That's the ticket.
Bob saying the movie adaptation. This for the Last Airbender. Movie adaptation was considered a mistake. Forget about it. I guess that's to me. Well, at least it was enough to get me interested in the series. Not that I've done much beyond that. It was hard, I think at the time hard to find or whatever. And then he says anime movie adaptations are bad too. Netflix tried many times, only failure.
I like the new Bleach. That was actually not too bad. And the Battleship Yamato live action adaptation, I think, came out before 2010, I believe. But that was really good. That was really good. I enjoyed that. They actually managed to squeeze in the full uh, first season or first like 2 or 3 seasons of Battleship Yamato into a 2 hour movie.
But DC is
So
falling so far. They were starting to gain some ground, but now with the thing with what's his name for who was playing Superman, and Ben Affleck wanting to bow out of being Batman, and he hasn't even really made a Batman film yet.
yeah, no, they don't want to do it because they see the movies and they see that they're terrible and they don't want to be associated. No actor wants to be associated with a bad film property.
Yeah. Good Dog Press says Star Blazers, and then Bob says, "Have you seen
That's
the
right.
death? Have you seen the Death Note adaptation?" Asked Bob.
Uh no, I haven't. It's on my list, even though I am going to force myself to watch it, even though I've heard universally that it was terrible.
Yeah, that sounds like some movies I've seen too. Like two major ones, Catwoman, and then one that's not super heroic stuff, and that's the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah, I heard they did a remake of that.
Yeah, well, yeah, they did that back in I forget when exactly, but early thousands. That was just horrible. I got the DVD, rented the DVD to show my friend who really liked the series as well. And I was watching some of the special features. The guy actually thought he was doing the series justice with his movie.
Ugh.
And I'm like, buddy, you never watched the series then. Okay.
Yeah,
Bob says the Death Note's bad. Watch the anime longer, but a lot better.
yeah. The anime was beautiful, beautifully intelligent, uh, and very suspenseful.
So
That's
I think
why I
he's
tell.
already. Sorry, I think he's
I was
already
gonna.
seen it, Bob. But go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's an anime I recommend to friends who like stuff like Game of Thrones, where you like a good brain twister, and somebody's life is on the line.
But a good movie adaptation I find for old '80s TV shows was the A Team. I thought that was pretty good.
Okay, I heard that too, and I really want to check that out because A Team was my jam. I was all about Hal and Mad Murdock when I was little.
Yeah, but yeah, I really like the A Team. It's a bit different, they've got to modernize it a little bit, so you got to account for that. It's more the origin of the A Team, which you never really saw. You got hints of it in the TV series.
Right. I am drawing the wrong eyes for this. If I'm
Uh,
going to draw, you got talking about anime, and so I'm a slap an anime face on a manga style face on scalpel here. Do her up manga style.
Bob's asking, have you heard of One Piece? I haven't seen, and he hasn't seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Well, if you liked Death Note and you like medieval politics,
Game of Thrones is a live action thing.
yeah, I don't think I don't. Well, I don't know what the parental guidelines are in Italy, but in America, uh, no, it's probably not suitable for a teenager. It's very adult content.
Yes. But not that we're condoning it, but Bob has seen a lot of anime. And I'll
Oh
leave it
yeah.
at that. Oh, yeah, there's lots and lots of stuff out there that's good, bad, and in between. Hopefully, Marvel wakes up. Hey, wouldn't it be nice to buy Spider Man off of them?
Well, it's
Well, I guess it'd be more rent or whatever. It's hard to say. But then again, you don't really want to do that because then you you get him, but you don't get necessarily get the villains and everything is. That's just be messed up if they start selling off all their properties or renting them out.
yeah. I mean, hey, Felix the Cat. I mean, you can. Was it Conan's coming up? 2020. Conan is. He's going to be public domain,
Oh wow.
and we're
Uh
not the movie Conan, but the original Edgar Rice Burroughs Conan, which is the best Conan because he's actually smart, not a dumb barbarian. Yeah, he's a big barbarian, but he's smart.
yeah. Bob's wondering, is Rick and Morty for kids? Eh, maybe not for
Teenagers.
teen. Yeah, teens. I would say kids.
Yeah, I wouldn't show it to my little kids, but I've encouraged my teenagers to go ahead and watch it if they want to. They're old enough. They know about this stuff. I am not going to pretend that they don't know about this stuff. They're they're pretty I've done well with my teenagers. They're pretty sensible kids.
Oh,
I
what
can
time is
soon
it?
release them into the wild to terrorize the local populace. I mean, whoa. What?
Oh, it's only 1:19. That was later than that. Oh, we got 5 watching. Hello to whomever's coming in. Sorry, I haven't been saying hello to people. There is my
No.
Marco the Phoenix. We got Tank Ferret here drawing something for somebody. And that's here for what? He wants to know whether you are a believer. I'm a Christian, and Bob knows this. So he's wondering, I guess, a little bit about what you believe.
I am a weird cat. I've got my own philosophy on stuff. I can definitely say I'm spiritual. But I'm very accepting of other people's beliefs. I think that having a belief in something greater is key to uh, growing as a people. That if you think that this is all there is, that this is just the end all be all, then dude, you just really limited your options. You know, I my family by tradition is a Southern Baptist.
And he would have no idea what that means necessarily. But
Protestant. We'll just say evangelical Protestant.
so
But they've always been cool.
are you satisfied with that,
Oh
Bob?
yeah. Oh,
You can
sorry.
grill him
That
on his
wasn't for me.
channel. Me too. My own philosophy the same. Is what he said.
Yeah, mine's a little physics, a little voodoo. I joke, but I just know at the end I'm going to be very surprised no matter what the result is. And I will have to hope that my actions as a good person are good enough to get me onto the next destination. That would be preferable. Yeah, I listened to Edwin and Mike have a wonderful conversation about
Yes.
faith. They have absolutely wonderful conversations. Normally, when people start talking religion, I just kind of change the channel. It's not necessarily a huge topic for me, but I stayed tuned. This was good. This was a breath
Yeah.
of fresh air. Too many times do I hear people that mourn their religion or use it as a point of guilt and a way to feel less. And I'm like, no, man, you should be feeling awesome.
Yeah.
If your
True.
religion doesn't leave you feeling awesome, then you might need to reevaluate your what
Belief system.
yeah what you consider to be delicious Kool-Aid. You know, I like Kool-Aid. It's good.
Yes, just don't take the poisonous stuff that certain people
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
hurt.
want no. Yeah, I stay away from that Jonestown Kool-Aid though. Just got to watch out for that Jonestown Kool-Aid. Guy gave a bad name to Kool-Aid. I'm trying to take it back.
Okay, Bob. Bob's got 2 minutes left.
All right, Bob. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. What other questions you got, man? Go for it.
It'll take 2 minutes for him to hear that.
Yeah.
No, it's not
Right.
quite that bad. That's something you got to expect to delay. You're
Oh
talking about
yeah.
something for like 30 seconds, and suddenly you see this thing, and he's asking you something from a minute ago. It's like, what was I talking about a minute ago? Because there's the delay, then there's the typing, and then there's the enter.
Dude, did you see the colored version of Cybertug that Pixel
Don't
Trader did?
I don't think so. I haven't. Oh, I know it's Bob. Somebody was telling me about the meme. And he said Bob saying I tried to once guess his age. Yeah, and I guessed Ty just to be nice. I didn't want to. Well, not sure whether guessing high is nice. Depends on how you. I was thinking lower, but I second guessed myself.
Well, if somebody thinks you're older than you are on the internet, that's actually a really good sign. Because I showed my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter. I have two older daughters. I have a Brady Bunch. I'm Irish, and I'm not helping any stereotypes here. Um,
Okay, bye, Bob.
Bye, Bob. You've been fun. But I showed her the Comicsgate debacle, both sides,
Yeah,
and this is because I do teach. She's largely homeschooled, so I do teach her a class in objective reasoning.
yeah.
Um,
Which people are trying to. People say they're teaching kids nowadays, but they're not.
no, no, they're not, and it's also something that's not taught in schools, and it's definitely something that we need because too many people buy into some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But so I showed her the Comicsgate debacle, and her comment was she didn't know who Mark Wade was.
Uh,
Um, and
I missed something there. Her
oh,
comment was, and then you garbled.
oh, sorry about that. Uh, she didn't know who Mark Wade was, and so she looked at it, and her comment was that she didn't know who this teenager was, but he sure did have a foul mouth. And I told her that's comic book legend Mark Wade, who's written some of the best stories comics have ever seen. She thought I was fucking with her. Excuse my language. She said, no, that's not a comic book legend. I said, yeah, yeah, no, that's one of the most powerful people in all of comics. And her next comment, and he still has a job? And I was
Yeah,
like, I raised you well, young Padawan. It's fine. I had a wonderful and brief disagreement with the illustrious Mr. Boyette on Instagram regarding Kavanaugh. It was
uh,
absolutely fantastic.
uh,
We disagreed quite peacefully. Um, I said I don't like Kavanaugh because he was into enhanced interrogation, aka torture. I don't want that person in charge of my civil rights. Um, and he was for Kavanaugh because Kavanaugh has a good, strong background on judgments, and yeah, no, that's fair.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. You're gonna take the guy out, take him out for a good reason, not some trumped up charges.
yeah, well, if they're trumped up or not, we don't know. We do have to take accusations seriously, but not as
Yeah,
seriously as we do take them. Like we're like, oh God, they're guilty, they're guilty. Like when I first heard about Cosby, dude, I was like, wow, I really hope this is just a whole. I hope that she's just a gold digger and she's just trying to get some money. And then when he came in guilty, I was like, well, court of law has found this man to be guilty. He's going to prison. I'm
yeah,
betrayed. This guy's scumbag number one now.
yeah.
I
Well,
almost feel like slinging an N-word.
yeah, yeah. I don't disagree. We need to take any accusations seriously. It's just from what everything I've heard so far, it seems like they're pretty much trumped up, or maybe something's happened, but it wasn't him that did it or whatever.
Yeah, and that's the one person and whatnot. And it's like, okay, well, you know what we can do? We can just, put him off to the side, go look at another candidate real quick. Um, because let's look at our Supreme Court, man. They're aging. They're not going to be there for much longer.
Yeah.
We need we can't just get hung up on one person for a position. We need to have a pool of these people. If we don't have a pool of these people, then there's something it's easy for me to say, something essentially wrong with our political system then and the people in it. If we can't find somebody who can satisfy both sides, but both sides are just so vitriol right now and so divided, and it's sad because for the most part, they're good people.
Yeah.
80% of each side is composed of honest, good Americans. They
Yeah.
mean well.
Yeah, but unfortunately, meeting well is not always the best thing.
Nope. No, I really wish it actually meant something other than just meaning well.
There's a saying I've heard, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
It is. It is indeed. And it has a neighboring avenue called hate, which is the road to destruction.
Yeah.
That's how we kill each other, is through hate. Nothing gets solved. Pop that bicep a little bit.
Let's see. Oh, good thing I don't have to do anything tomorrow except go see Venom tomorrow night. Well, I got my live stream at noon, but I can get up half an hour before that.
Right.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. It's 1:00. 1:30 in the morning here.
Oh, what time is it here? Have I lost? Oh, it's 10:30 where I'm at.
East Coast. I mean West Coast.
Yes, I'm in Astoria, Oregon, home of the Goonies.
Ah, cool. So I think I am going to get off and try and get some sleep.
Alrighty, sir. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for coming on. You're welcome to come on anytime, as I was saying earlier.
Here we go. We got the little scalpel pencil.
Oh, cool.
Little scalpel zero action.
So everybody, thanks for tuning in. Check out Tank's channel. It is Tank Ferret, I think.
That's it. Just me. It's Tank Ferret.
Go subscribe.
Thank you.
If you're yet to subscribe to mine, please subscribe.
Yes, hit that bell button.
And hit the thumbs up. Smash that like button. Ring the bell for notifications when I'm doing live streams or putting up content, although I'm not putting up a lot of content lately besides my live streams. Share, comment, and check out all my other content, and check out the description, the links in the description. My Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my webpage. And there's some things you might want to, when you're doing live videos, make sure you have those links in your description.
Absolutely. No, yes.
If you've got, Twitter and stuff like that, that way it makes it people easier to find you and you promote yourself.
Speaking of which, I do have Twitter. I am on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Tank Ferret Art.
There you go, people. Tank Ferret Art. Or what's that? What's the full name? Because there was something before the Tank Ferret Art at Tank Ferret Art.
Oh, I am on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all under the same moniker, Tank Ferret Art.
But I'm thinking it was James.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Weston Duggan Star.
Yes, that is correct.
For Twitter.
That's right, Weston Duggenstar. Yes, my actual name. I've been exposed.
It's a name. Jeez.
Anyway,
But that's
thank you
for
very
Twitter.
much.
If they're trying to find you, I found it easy with the tank ferrets thing art, but just to make sure, whatever.
Well, it's
And
all
then I
about
guess
branding.
on Facebook it'd be just tank ferret art.
Yes, and you'll come across a page that says Tank Ferret Presents, and I post stuff mostly right now. I'm posting stuff from my Instagram feed there, uh, but
Okay.
that is the place you want to tune into, and you can
And
also
Instagram.
find. Say again.
I was going to say the Instagram is tank ferret art as well.
That's correct.
Okay. So you were saying about posting what you post on Facebook or whatever.
Yes, I do post on Facebook. I just haven't been updating that site too much. So, but it does get content from Instagram. So if you don't have Instagram and you're on Facebook and you still want to see all the pretty pictures, go to that page and hit that like button.
Okay. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see some people tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. Bye. God bless. Love everyone.